Hello guys and girls, Keith back again with another Zmod3 GTA V tutorial, and today we're going to be setting up a light bar for ELS. I know this is way out of date, but there's still people out there who don't know how to do it. Now for those of you that have seen my tutorials before, you do know that I step by step and click by click. As you can see, my mouse pointer has got the yellow disc behind it so you can see where it's going. My left click is that colour, my right click is that colour. So we shall start by downloading our light bar, which is this Federal Signal Argent Pack by Officer 50. This is found on page 6, Resource Assets, Light Bars. There it is. So we'll download this. We'll open a file. I don't want to buy that online. We'll extract it to we no longer need that. So now we're going to go to File, Merge, and that is. So we'll click Merge, and we'll select all and merge, and there they are. We're just going to concentrate on this one. We'll set it up for LAPD, so it'll have 2 steady burns and the traffic advisor. But we don't need that one. So we can right click, edit, delete. So now we're just left with this. I'm going to go into top down view. So whenever you're in top down, anything towards the bottom here is forwards. We'll go to our materials browser. We will move our argent glass to the bottom and our argent emiss to the top. That way you could see the lights behind the glass. Otherwise, you get that. Put that back where it was. Put these back where they were. As long as your light emiss is above your glass, then you're fine. So we'll close that dummy, we'll close that off, we'll close that. We don't need the modules SL, so we can delete them. Excuse me. We can close down the modules, so we are now left with the lights. So what we need to do is we need to separate. We need to separate all the separate lights, or all the different lights, should I say. So we'll go to, I just like to go to move because it has an arrow pointer. Select, quad R, right click and hold, drag the box across, they'll turn orange, polygon mode, left click, and now you can see they're all in separate polygon mode. So we'll close down all them for now. So we'll left click over the 2 of them because we need to separate them. So right click and hold, modify, and we'll go to detaches polygons from the object. Left click anywhere outside. As you can see, my pointer is now a square. That's them. So we'll call that 8, and we'll call that 5, which all will become clear later. So then we'll open 9, again, polygon mode, right click and hold, drag the box across, left click outside, so 9, we shall call that 7. because this is the driver's side of the light bar. This is the traffic advisor. This would be the driver's side. So again, left click and hold, right click and hold, sorry. Drag the box across, polygon mode, left click outside, drag the box across again, left click, and we will call that, we'll actually leave that as 9. So we can right click and hold, click left control on your keyboard, release your right click, and that deselects. Close them down. That's siren 9. We can now call 6. I'll close that down. So now we're left with 7 and 8, which are our primary reds and blues. So this space here, this is where your traffic advisor would be, and this is where your takedowns would go. As you can see, this one here are a little bit darker. So what we're going to do is we'll polygon mode, we'll right click, highlight everything, which it already is, left click into the polygons, we'll left click that one only, we'll left click that one only, and we'll delete them because we don't need them. So now what we're going to do, we're going to separate all of these and all of these. So we'll start on this one, select it, right click, hold, left click, we've got an extra siren 8. Again, polygon mode, right click and hold, select it, now we've got another siren 8. Polygon mode, left click to select, right click and hold, left click, that's separated, and you have to do this for all your lights to separate them all. So now that's done, we've got all our separate. And this principle works with any light bar. So we can close all them down. It's basically the same thing again. So right click and hold. Then don't forget we're still in detaches polygon from the object. So left click, polygon mode, left click, right click and hold, drag the box, left click, polygon mode, select, left click, polygon, select, left click, polygon, select, left click. We don't need to do that one because that's now separate. We'll open all them back up. Right click and hold, drag the box across, left control on your keypad, release your right click, that deselects. So now what we're going to have to do is this one and this one we're going to attach together, and that's going to become our steady burn. So attach, left click once, drag the arrow across, left click, that's now them attached. All we need to do is find out what one it is. It's a siren 7. So it's that one. So this one, we name it 10, but we use the word 10, not the number 10. Otherwise it'd be read as binary 1 and 0. So it wouldn't work. So we'll leave that there for now. So while we're still in attach, I like to attach them diagonally across from each other. It just gives a more realistic and better flash pattern. So we'll start here and we'll go left click, drag the arrow, double left click, drag the arrow, left click, and left click, drag the arrow, because there's only one of them, as you can see. Then we do the same again, left click, drag the arrow, double left click, drag the arrow, left click. And then just because we're attaching more than one to each other, so we're going to left click and left click. And now this one, that one we'll call 1. And this one we'll call 3. Oh, just do a quick save. This one we'll call 2. That's over the driver's side. Yeah, and this one we'll call 4. Right, so now we've got all our lights set up, sort of. I'm going to go up here, dummy helper, and we're going to click it 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we're going to go to move, select, quad R. Because we're looking top down, it's going to be in the Z axis or the Z axis, whichever way you say it. So right click and hold and drag the box across. As you see, these are now pink. So we can just left click and hold and just drag the pointer up the screen till it goes inside your lights. Some people drag it all the way down, so it ends up down here somewhere, but that's just being lazy. I like to do it properly. So what we're going to do, we're going to rename these extra 1 through extra 10. So bear with me, extra, and it's extra underscore, and then the number. Extra underscore 2. Extra underscore 3. Extra underscore 4. Underscore 5. Underscore 7. Extra 7, 8, and 9 are your traffic advisors. Extra 10, as I say, is your steady burns. And don't forget, when you're setting up steady burns, you have to set it up as the word 10, not the number 10. So now what we can do is we can start moving our dummies to their respective positions. So we'll move it across just in the x-axis. So we move it across to there. And I'm going to close extra 1 down. And I'll move that one across. Close extra 2 down. And move extra 3 all the way across there. Close that one down. Extra 4 across to there. Close that one down. Which one did I say was 5? Oh. Extra 5 to there. But I'm going to move it forward slightly as well. Close extra 5 down. And extra 6. I'm going to move to there. Close extra 6 down. I'm going to go back and have the X and the Y selected. I'm going to move extra 7 to there. close down the white, extra 8 in the middle, sort of, extra 9 there, and extra 10. I'm going to bring the white back up. I'm just going to put extra 10 and leave that right smack bang in the middle, like that. So hopefully yours will look something similar to that. I know it looks a mess, but it isn't, trust me. Let me just move that one across a bit more so they all match. So there's all our dummies. So if you don't want your dummies to look like that, then I can click on that, hold the left shift key, click on that, close all them down, reselect, go to properties, solid, click that off, user defined options, click apply, then right click and hold the left control key and deselect. Go back to structure. So now what we're going to do is we are going to put all our emissives in their respective dummies. So 1 for 1 and so on. There are some tedious parts of setting up ELS, which I will explain. It's like separating all the different light modules. That's one. Renaming all the extras. That's another. And then this next part, what I'm going to have to do, this is another tedious part. Oh, that one missed. And extra 10 goes in extra 10. So now we're going to, with this one selected, I'm going to hold the left shift key, left click, select them all, close them all down, and then press on the little plus, open them all back up again. Then we're going to right click and hold, drag the box across so it selects them all. Then we're going to go to create, copy. I'm going to make 3 extra copies, so we're going to click anywhere outside 3 times. 1, 2, 3. As you can see, we've now got 4 copies of each light module. Then we're going to right click and hold the shift key. Sorry, not hold the shift key. Hold the control key and then release your right click. So now what we're going to do, we're going to convert these to compound and we're going to give them levels of detail. So we'll select extra 1, make sure none of these are selected. Then we're going to go convert to compound, click the little padlock, press LO. Then we're going to get the first one, left click and hold and drag it up into there. Then I'm going to click L2, get the second one, drag it up under LO. Then we're going to get L2, get the third one and drag it up. L3, get the fourth one and drag it up. Now if yours are set up like that so the extras all come after each other, all you need to do is deselect L3, deselect the padlock and then reselect convert to compound, and extras 2 now comes up in bold. Padlock, LO, and then just repeat the process all the way through, putting each one under. And as you can see, they're disappearing, but they are still there, trust me. L3, then convert to compound, padlock, LO. I wouldn't recommend doing any more than LO unless any more than L3 unless you've got a really good computer and it can take the oh, what happened there? Oh, I'll put it in there, that's why. Oops. L2, L3, deselect, deselect, reselect, reselect. Hello. Yeah, you don't really need any more than L3. You can still be seen from a fair distance away. these are the really tedious parts. This is what takes the time, setting up ELS. But I don't do non-ELS, basically because I don't know how to. But it's something I will learn, and I will pass my wisdom on. I've done it again. It's always left click and hold. And drag and drop. Ooh. I have a little save there. And finally our extra 10, which is our steady burns. Oh, there we are. So now we can press LO. That has to now be selected. So we've got extra 10 selected. So we'll go to extra 1. Hold the left shift key, press left click, bring all them back up. There's our glass. Now remember, the glass needs to be below the extras, so we can move that up to there. There they are. Argent base, our modules, and that is now set up. So we can close that, and we will import a car to put it on. But before I do that, what I will show you is, if you want to add additional lights to your car, like grille lights, you'd set the lights up the same way. Then what I'd do is, if you had, say, just two grille lights, so a red and a blue, I'd attach, before I click on anything, I'd attach the front right red to the left white, and then the front right blue to the right white, so they alternate diagonally. So it's a file, merge. We don't need the Argent. What we do need is the car I'm working on. So I'll go to my left view. And before I bring that up, I'll right click and select this dummy. And I'll deselect that out, and all my other things pop up, all my other dummies pop up. Oh, yeah, I forgot to set that up for wipers. And here's my 2018 Ford Taurus SHO, which I will be releasing at some point when it's finished. So we've got our Argent dummy selected, so we're just going to move it and place it on top of the car, like so. Now obviously it's too big, so we're going to rescale that. So I'm going to put my pointer somewhere roughly in the middle of the light bar and press X. That should bring up our pivot point. I'm going to rotate it so it sits properly on the roof, like this. I'm just going to close the vehicle down, select the whole light bar, reselect the vehicle, scale. X and Y. Then I'm going to select the Z, so it shortens it. Now, I'm not going to make this exact, because it is only a tutorial, so I'm just going to move that. So it's somewhere roughly in the middle. Something like that. I'm just going to move it down. That will do. So we'll call that set. Then I'll open up my car, left click, and select Federal Signal Agents, left click and hold, and drag it below the dials. Don't worry about door hatch L. I set this up. There was a windscreen wiper mod. I don't know whether it's still working or not, because it's been a while since I've been on this car, but that door hatch, they'd just be separate wipers. So I'm going to go to my materials browser. Windows, they can go to the bottom. Grey glass, that can go to the bottom. Grey light glass, they can go to the bottom. Taurus lights emissives, they can move. Taurus generic emissives, they can go up. So now hopefully right, that should be okay. Should be able to see my lights in game now. So I'm going to name this police. Yeah, it might look a bit small, but it's okay. Then I'm going to export. I've already got one exported from a previous tutorial, but I'm just going to go over that. Left click police. Now if you want your vehicle, if your vehicle is set up to the way you want it and you want to lock it, you just select that. I'm not going to lock it because I never do lock my vehicles. Export, it's asking me to overwrite it, but yours won't say that. And you'll get a message down here. Exported all lods. Clear that. Well, export again to police high. Yeah. Exported highest lot only. And I'm going to close that down. And I'm going to go to my open for, and it's mods update 64. No, it's not. Is it? Update 64 DLC packs. Patch date 27. I'm going to sneeze. No, I'm not. DLC 64 levels GTA 5 vehicles. And then what you can do, just so you don't have to keep going through that whole address again, is go to your favorites, add to favorites, which I already have. Say vehicles RPF, add, which it already is. So and then I can go back to GTA V and just click on favorites. I can remove that one because we shall now ELS tutorial. I always get rid of them back files. I'll drag and drop into my ELS texture dictionary. Now my textures are already in, but we'll go Argent and then Argent N. Drag and drop them in. Yes, 78. There they are. Save. Eventually I don't know why, but mine seems to take ages to save. There we go. There it is. As you can see the lights. There they all are. So now what we'll do, we'll set up the configuration settings for ELS. So I'll go to my Grand Theft Auto 5 folder. ELS, pack default, police. Now this is how you want to set up. You want to set that to auto. All these should already be set up anyway. Red, red, blue, blue, white, white, amber, amber, amber. Then you want to use this here. Use steady burn lights. You want to put true in the middle. Vehicle's not a slit top, so you can leave that as false. All this should already be set up for you. And warning lights, lighting format, LEDs, light stage 3 enabled true. Then you can set it to whatever pattern you want. I just have mine set to 5. Then primary lights, these warning lights, they're your white lights. And primary lights, these are your red and blue LEDs. So I set mine's to LEDs. Light stage 3 enabled true. Pattern scan. So that will run through 140 different light flash patterns. Then further down, lighting format, I have it set to traf. You literally have to type in the word traf. Then light stage 3 enabled true. That is center out. 13 is center out. Then down here, outer vehicle enabled true. I have it set to pattern 33, so that when your character steps out of your vehicle, if you're on a traffic stop, your traffic advisor bar will flash from right to left in a sweeping pattern. Then we'll click save. We close them down. But because I'm using a PS4 controller, I use my DS4 Windows. Close that down, and I will pause the video and see you in game. Welcome back, guys and girls. As you can see, we are in game. So I'm now going to spawn our police car with our simple native trainer. So vehicle spawning, emergency, police cruiser. There it is. There's the light bar we've just set up. We'll have a look. So we now press J, and that brings up everything. And as you can see, there it is, all set up. There's our steady burning. There's our traffic advisor sweeping from right to left. There's our reds and blues going through 140 different flash patterns. So if we now get in the car, you'll notice that the traffic advisor goes from the centre out. And let's see what all that looks like in the dark. We'll turn them on individually. So here's our right, or our white, should I say. Here's our traffic advisor. Because it's individual, the flash pattern isn't set for that. So if we press all, and then we get out, you can see it automatically changes. My ELS is really bright for some reason. But yeah, there it is, guys. I hope this tutorial has been of some use to you. If it has, then leave a comment if there's anything you're stuck on and you'd like any help. Also, leave a comment, I'll get back to you. You know, if you like this tutorial, then please help my channel grow by giving it a subscribe. Likes, comments, subscriptions, they cost nothing. And I hope to see you again soon with another tutorial. In the words of Michael, you forget 1,000 things every day. Make sure setting up ELS is not one of them. Thank you and goodbye.